The beginning of tourism in Bali. Early beginnings. Early 20th century in tourism beginnings. 1912. German photographer Gregor Krause's images of Bali spark Western fascination. His work portrays the island's unique culture and landscape, setting the stage for early tourism. The Dutch colonial administration begins promoting Bali as an exotic destination, especially focusing on the northern region of Singaraja. 1930s. Artists and writers like Walter Spies and Miguel Covarrubias arrive in Bali, intrigued by its culture. Spies, a German painter, documents Balinese life and nature in his works, influencing perceptions of Bali as an artistic haven. His collaborations with anthropologist Margaret Mead and painter Rudolf Bonnet help establish Ubud as a center for art and culture. 1932. Charlie Chaplin visits Bali during a trip across Asia, capturing international attention. Chaplin's accounts and admiration for Balinese culture further heighten Bali's allure as a remote paradise, drawing travelers with an interest in the arts and anthropology. 1936. Americans Robert and Louise Koke opened the Kuta Beach Hotel, one of Bali's first accommodations aimed at international travelers. This new venture shifts tourism from the north to Kuta, making it an early tourist hub. 1940s. World War II halts tourism in Bali. Following the Japanese occupation of Indonesia from 1942 to 1945, Bali becomes a part of Indonesia's national struggle for independence from Dutch colonial rule. 1950s. After independence, President Sukarno promotes Bali as a cultural showpiece of Indonesia, encouraging tourism to showcase national heritage. Limited infrastructure, however, keeps tourism growth slow. 1963. The eruption of Mount Agung, Bali's sacred volcano, devastates villages and temples. Thousands are displaced, 1,500 people die, and the eruption causes a temporary decline in tourism. 1969. The Indonesian government completes Ngurah Rai International Airport, significantly enhancing Bali's accessibility. This infrastructure improvement spurs a new wave of international visitors. 1970s. Bali experiences a tourism boom, especially from Australian surfers and backpackers drawn to Kuta Beach. With more hotels and bungalows catering to tourists, Kuta develops into a vibrant area known for its surf culture. 1983. Seminyak begins to gain popularity and within a decade gets established as an upscale destination. While Kuta remains famous for surf and nightlife. 2002. The Bali bombings in Kuta by Jemal Ilamiah shocked the island and the world. The attacks, which kill over 200 people, lead to a drastic decline in tourism and raise security concerns. The Indonesian government increases security measures, and tourism rebounds with continued support from international communities. 2000s. The rise of Chinese tourists significantly impacts Bali's economy. Bali's popularity grows in China, leading to dedicated flights and packages catering to Chinese visitors. 2005. Another bombing strikes popular tourist areas in Kuta and Jimbaran, causing a temporary drop in visitor numbers. Tourism gradually recovers as Bali reinforces its image as a peaceful and safe destination. 2009. Ngurah Rai International Airport undergoes a major expansion to accommodate Bali's tourism growth. The airport's expansion boosts its capacity to handle millions more tourists annually, further strengthening Bali's position as an international travel hub. 2010. The release of the movie Eat Pray Love, starring Julia Roberts, reignites interest in Bali as a place for personal transformation and wellness tourism. Ubud, in particular, gains a reputation as a retreat for yoga and holistic healing. 2013. Bali Mandara Toll Road opens, easing traffic as Bali hosts the APEC Summit, establishing itself as a prime Southeast Asian hub. 2016. The rise of Canggu, once a quiet village, within a few years develops into a trendy spot known for eco-conscious cafes, surf schools, and co-working spaces, beach clubs. Where there were rice fields 10 years ago, there is now tourism and not enough roads. Its rise attracted digital nomads, investors, and travelers who wish to live in Bali more permanently. Yet at this massive explosion of tourism eating into agricultural land triggered the discussion whether Bali is losing its cultural heritage and is finally overdeveloped. 2017. Mount Agung erupts again, causing temporary evacuations and travel disruptions. The eruption has a limited long-term impact on tourism, but reinforces the importance of disaster preparedness on the island. 2020. The COVID-19 pandemic causes a major setback, with international arrivals halting due to global travel restrictions. The Balinese economy and therefore the Balinese, heavily reliant on tourism, suffer greatly, prompting discussions on sustainable tourism and economic diversification. 2021. Delta variant causes a second wave, overwhelming hospitals. Vaccination campaigns and strict regulations aim to curb the spread of the virus. 2022. As travel restrictions ease, Bali reopens to international tourism with global travel resuming, Bali begins to recover. Sustainable tourism initiatives gain momentum, focusing on eco-friendly practices, cultural preservation, and support for local communities. Bali today. Bali's journey is one of resilience, adaptation, and cultural preservation. From ancient roots and colonial resistance to embracing tourism and modern challenges, the Balinese people remain deeply connected to their traditions. Today, Bali still stands as a beacon of culture, spirituality, and natural beauty, facing the challenge of balancing modernity with its rich heritage.